The Igbo are one of the most admired groups in Nigeria and one of the most criticized. They are celebrated for hustle, yet accused of greed. Respected for success, yet distrusted for ambition. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The same trait people praise the Igbo for are the exact traits they resent them for. That contradiction is not accidental. It is the Igbo Paradox. Across Nigeria and even beyond, the Igbo are often described as hardworking, enterprising, resilient. From spare part markets to tech hubs, from roadside shops to global corporations, Igbo presence is visible. This admiration is real. Many families and communities openly say, if you want things done, call an Igbo person. That reputation didn't come from privilege. It came from necessity. Historically, the Igbo did not control the state. They did not control oil. They did not control political power for long periods. What they controlled was adaptability. Survival meant mobility. Success meant speed. Failure was not an option because there was no safe net. This produced a culture that values initiative, competitions, independence, and results. But those same traits carry consequences. Here is where the tone changes. In societies where resources are limited, visible success quickly becomes suspicious. When one group consistently rises, others begin to ask uncomfortable questions. Why them? How are they everywhere? Are they loyal? Hard work stops being praised and starts being framed as aggression. Confidence becomes arrogance. Organization becomes conspiracy. This is how respect quietly turns into resentment. Many critics say Igbo people are too loud, blunt, or too direct. That is partly true. Igbo culture values open disagreement, negotiation, and verbal strength. Silence is not always seen as wisdom. But in a multicultural country, what one culture sees as confidence, another sees as disrespect. The clash is not always moral. Sometimes it is simply cultural. One of the most damaging accusations often thrown at the Igbo is disloyalty. Because they invest where they live, because they compete fiercely, because they don't wait for permission to succeed. But loyalty is not uniformity. Wanting fairness does not mean rejection. Demanding opportunity does not mean sabotage. The Igbo paradox is that their push for inclusion is often interpreted as a threat. There is also an internal truth. The same competitiveness that fuels Igbo success also creates pressure. Status matters. Comparison is constant. Failure is harshly judged. This culture produces excellence, but it can also produce exhaustion. The paradox exists not just externally, but within. The Igbo paradox is simple. A people shaped by insecurity, judged for their self-reliance, respected for their results, resented for how visible those results are, loved for their contribution, feared for their ambition. This is not unique to the Igbo, but it is intensely magnified in their case.